So last month, I got to participate in a massive project coordinated by BHultra, in which a bunch of us, dubbing ourselves the Swimmers, got together and reviewed every Adult Swim game. The project was a lot of fun, and it was really cool getting to relive some of the games that we used to play when we were younger. So I wanted to upload my segments from the project for you guys, in case you maybe didn't see the video, and also because, let's be honest, rent is due soon and I haven't uploaded a video in a while, so... But I encourage you all to watch the full video when you finish this one. I'll have links to it on the side as well as down below. 5 Minutes to Kill Yourself. Released in April of 2009, 5 Minutes to Kill Yourself was developed by Ham in the Fridge and published by Adult Swim. The game's description reads as follows. Stan is in hell. He lives the day in, day out, workaday life of a cube jockey. A last-minute meeting request pushes him over the edge. As Stan, you wander the office space finding ingenious ways to hurt him until Stan's health is completely drained. He has but 5 minutes. If he can't do it by then, he's doomed to sit through yet another boring meeting. You're Stan's only hope. So yeah, it's up to you to kill Stan before the time is up, or he has to face another meeting at work. There are various items throughout the game to get the job done. Be it stapling yourself, stabbing yourself with scissors, lighting yourself on fire, putting your arm in the paper shredder, or even being attacked by weasels and a shark. There are some items you'll have to combine with others, like picking up the trophy and putting it in the microwave, or combining the lighter with the air canister. The game is pretty simple, and with enough practice, you should be able to get a faster time. It's worth noting that the controls are kinda janky, and they also invert every time you turn. So it can be kinda annoying if you're not fully aware of what you're doing. I remember watching Adult Swim late at night back when the game first came out, and seeing commercials for it. I have fond memories of playing this game back in the day, and it was fun getting to relive it for this video. In the years following the game's release, several sequels would be released. 5 Minutes to Kill Yourself Wedding Day, 5 Minutes to Kill Yourself 2 Family Reunion, 5 Minutes to Kill Yourself Airport Edition, and 5 Minutes to Kill Yourself Reloaded, which was a remake of the original game. All of these can be found easily enough online, so give them a try. They're a good time killer. Burrito Bison Revenge. Burrito Bison Revenge, a sequel to popular online game Burrito Bison, was published by Adult Swim in January of 2012, less than a year after the first game. It's worth noting that the first game was self-published by developer Juicy Beast, not Adult Swim. The game picks up right where the first game ended. In the first game, Burrito Bison is sucked into Candyland while buying groceries. After launching his way through Candyland, he escapes and continues his grocery shopping. In Burrito Bison Revenge, the game starts with Burrito Bison trying to pay for his groceries when he realizes his wallet is missing. So he returns back to Candyland to wreak more havoc and retrieve his wallet. The gameplay consists of launching Burrito Bison across various realms in Candyland, bouncing on gummies along the way. By pressing the spacebar, you can activate your rockets to slam down on the gummies below. Basically, just see how far you can get. You'll lose speed by crashing through walls and hitting the ground, so you need to be careful. Since this is a launcher game, most of your gameplay time will be spent grinding enough in-game currency so that you can progress to the next world. Learning to use your rocket slams effectively and as sparingly as possible is the name of the game here. The further you can get, the more gummies you can crush. And the more gummies you can crush, the more money you can get for upgrades. These upgrades consist of stuff like farther launches, more rocket slams, upgrading your speedometer to go faster, and various other items to make Burrito Bison pummel his way through the gummies in record time. One of the best upgrades in the game you can get is the Pants on Fire upgrade. Pants on Fire allows you to go even faster. Once you're going a certain speed, a red bar at the bottom of your speedometer will start to fill up. Once it's filled, you'll turn into a massive burst of fire. Just pure speed and adrenaline. You can keep the momentum going by smashing the spacebar, and use this ability to send those gummies flying. Another upgrade I want to touch on are the buddies. These 3 sentient food items will grant you certain abilities once unlocked. Time Taco will make the launch meters at the beginning of your run slower and easier to hit. Fuel Fajita will automatically refill one of your rocket slams every so often, and Chili Bomb will give you one final push when your speed gets too low. Throughout the game, you'll encounter various different gummies that will aid you in some way. By hitting the spacebar at the right time, chubby gummies will crush the gummies below them and give you a boost up into the air. Propeller hats will show you a stoplight, and if you hit green all 3 times, you'll get a boost into the air. Aviators have you taking over a gummy's plane, and by hitting the gas canister that appears in the sky, you'll get a big boost. Rocket riders will take you for a wild ride, and will give you a big boost if you manage to hit the yellow target while riding. Cruisers will give you a lift, and if you press the spacebar fast enough, you can punch the driver to fill up the meter, which will give you a big boost when the car explodes. Lucky gummies will sail you through the air for a bit, before crashing down on the gummies below, netting you lots of money. Cop gummies are exactly what they sound like. Other than busting through walls and hitting the ground, these are the biggest way to lose your speed, and if you hit enough of them, they will attack you and your run will end. However, there is a chance of encountering corrupt cops. These cops will have a green light on them, and will give you a rocket slam instead of attacking you. There are also other smaller gummies like item carrying gummies. If you see a gummy carrying a bomb or cash, try to hit them. They'll give you a boost for some cash you can use to buy upgrades. There's also what I'm going to call the rocket gummy. This is different from the rocket rider and will give you a burst of speed when you hit them. There are 4 bosses in the game, which the player will face one at a time at the beginning of each launch. These bosses are Chocolate Chunk, a giant monster of a chocolate chip cookie. To defeat him, you must get 10 perfect launches. Defeating him unlocks Brutus, a monstrous gummy. To defeat him, the player must score 20 perfect launches. Defeating Brutus will unlock Cyborg Jawbreaker, an upgraded version of the Jawbreaker boss from the first game. To defeat him, the player needs to score 25 perfect launches. Once you defeat Cyborg Jawbreaker, you'll unlock the final boss of the game, the Berserker. But there's a catch. You can't actually defeat the Berserker. You see, if you manage to score a perfect launch on him, he merely catches you and sends you hurtling into Candyland. So while he is technically the final boss, there is no way to take him down. In addition to the main game, there is also a survival mode. It's exactly what it sounds like, just lasts as long as you can. Unlocking the Pants on Fire ability will make this mode a lot easier, and will help you unlock the final buddy, Chili Bomb, as his unlock requirement is to travel 35,000 meters in survival mode in a single run, which is way more difficult than it sounds. Overall, this game is still as fun today as it was back when it first came out. It's just so damn fun! This was definitely my most played Flash game when I was younger. I loved this game so much. I remember going to my mom's work after school every day, sitting down at the computer, and just playing this for hours, not resting until I had finished everything. Years later, in 2016, a third game, Burrito Bison Lancha Libre, was released for iPhone and Android devices. This game featured 3 separate playable characters, new gummy power-ups, and more. It was the last game in the franchise, and while it doesn't seem like another game will happen at this point, if you want your Burrito Bison fix in the modern day, you can find the game on most mobile devices. Hey everyone, Seeker here. As always, I hope you enjoyed the video. Sorry for the delay in uploads, guys. I've just been having a lot of stuff going on recently, but rest assured, I'm working on new videos, and they will be out soon. So until next time, have a good day, guys.